everybody. Hey, it's Granna. I am back. I've been on my little mini vacation for the last week and a half or so, and I'm so glad to be back up in the kitchen with you guys and just talking to you guys a little bit about what's going on in this world today, okay? But before we get started, you guys know what the routine is. You know the routine. I need you to go ahead, look down there at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and take care of that thumbs up button. Go ahead and take care of that that share button. Share all my videos with all your family and friends. And if you have not become a follower of Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? All right, so let's get it popping up in here in the kitchen, okay? All right, so you guys know I've been on vacation a little over a week, about a week and a few days and stuff. So, of course, we had a family vacation plan for this whole time. We usually try to take a family vacation every year around June, July. So we took our family vacation. The vacation, just getting together with the family and everything was great. It was really great. I had all my grandkids there except for two. And some family came from out of town, so we really had a great time. So this is the second year that we have went up in the mountain up in Gatlinburg to a cabin. So we rented another cabin for this vacation. And I'm just like, I don't know, I don't get it with some of these resorts. You know, you plan these vacations, you spend all this money on these cabins, they're not cheap. And you know, we had a cabinet for 3 days. We checked out on the 4th day that morning. And when you're paying all this money, just me now, I'm just saying, I think when you're going to a resort, then you should have everything in that cabin or that condo or whatever it is you're renting, you know, the necessities that you need so that you don't have to go out and spend no extra money, okay? So that was not the case with us, you know, when we went on our vacation a couple of weeks ago. You know, the cabin was big enough. It was big enough. The cabin held like 28 people. There was about 16, 17 of us, you know. So the cabin, there was plenty of room for us, you know, with the cabin. The cabin was clean, you know. Of course, we re-sanitized everything and we wiped down the toilets and all that stuff. So that's just something we do regardless wherever we go. We always re-sanitize everything. And then especially with this coronavirus going on. But you know, we get there, we check everything out. The first thing we notice when we walk in is that in the kitchen, in the sink in the kitchen had one of those plastic nozzle where you turn it on and you know it comes out the nozzle. That was barely hanging together. It was broke really. So time I touched it, it just fell off. So of course that was a big inconvenience because whenever you turn the water on, water just squirt everywhere. It wet you up, the floor, everything. So, you know, that was the first thing that we noticed with the cabinet. So we had to try to rig up something so that we could just be able to use the sink, you know, to prepare our meals and everything. You know, I didn't call maintenance or anything because when I was up there last year, we had some issues and trying to get in touch with maintenance. They didn't come to the following day, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot. So we was like, we'll just make do with this. We'll just make do with this. You know, we're not gonna be up here, you know, we're not gonna be complaining or anything. So we check out the rest of the cabin and everything. You know, like I said, it was clean. You know, we go from room to room and, you know, we looking to see if we have enough towels and, you know, your toilet paper and stuff like that. You know, of course, there was not enough towels to get us through the entire time. So it was a washer and dryer in the cabinet. So that was good. So we ended up, you know, throwing all the towels in the washer and dryer and washing them to keep from trying to complain about everything. So we didn't have enough towels. And then that Saturday morning, we really realized that we were not gonna have enough tissue. There was only one roll of tissue in each bathroom. no extra rolls of tissue or anything, toilet paper. And I understand the coronavirus going on. I understand that some of the necessities may be short or whatever. But if that's the case, you need to reach out to your customers or your guests before they get there and inform them and let them know so they can bring extra, necessities that they need. Okay. So, of course, we had to end up going out, getting more toilet tissue. We had to end up, going out, buying additional pots and pans because there was not any. We had one big pot in the cabinet. Excuse me, one big pot, and we're cooking Saturday, we cook Friday night, we cook Saturday, we cook Sunday. So we had to end up going to the dollar store, to Walmart, buy more pots and pans, spending unnecessary money that we didn't need to spend because we was not prepared to, we thought there would be enough pots and pans for us to prepare our meals. So that was a negative. That was something that really ticked me off. That ticked me off because I had all this food, for us to cook for each day, including breakfast, stuff for lunch, stuff for dinner, barbecuing. So we had to leave the cabinet, go and buy unnecessary pots and pans, and end up getting the same pots and pans that I have at home. So now I got all the, I got extra pots and pans that that I didn't need because I already have plenty at home. So that was a negative, So then we go upstairs, and once everybody start really getting into their rooms and everything, and the second floor, the air did not work at all, period. It was already saying like about 88, 89 degrees in that part of the house. It was just miserable, and on that floor, there was like 4 or 5 of my grandkids just staying on that floor alone. So that was not good. The downstairs, the air was cool. On the 3rd floor, the air was blowing, it was cool. But that middle floor, the air was just not working, period. So that was not too cool for the grandkids and my son and them that was on that floor. So that was like, okay. So, it's just that I feel like you spend all this money and all this planning on your family vacation, and then when you get there, they're gonna make sure you done paid in full before you even get the code to get into the cabinet. So they're gonna make sure that they get their money, and then you get there and you're trying not to be a bad guest or a customer. You try not to complain about everything. But, some things are just not acceptable. They're just not acceptable. If you go somewhere and you plan it out a year in advance, you want to just go and relax and just have a great time and not have to worry about if you have enough necessities, not have to worry about if they're providing enough towels, not have to worry about if they have the pots and the pans for you to cook for those 3.5 days you're there. You're not worrying about the air being out in this mid of the summer. It's hot as crap. Even though up in the mountain, when you go outside, it was a little bit cooler than the norm, like here where I'm at in Alabama. But it's just the fact of it. Those things are just not acceptable. That's unacceptable to expect your guests to vacation in those type of things. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. So of course, when I got back home to Huntsville, I did do my review as I always do every year. And it was just not a great review. So, I'm just saying, we tried to make the best of it. We didn't, while we was there, we didn't constantly call and complain and all that. So we tried to make do with what we had, but I still feel like, we had to spend additional money unnecessarily on things that we didn't even need because we have these things at home in our own house. We have these things and we didn't need to do that, I mean, hey, we had to buy the extra toilet paper because I had like 7 of my grandkids running around and everything, ranging from age 6 to 20. So, a kid's gonna be drinking water, drinking juice. They're gonna be doing a lot of drinking so of course they're gonna be using the bathroom more and everything. So, of course, and then you have 8 adults in the house. So, of course, you're going to need additional toilet paper, So, you know, like I said, we just went out and bought this additional stuff, and we did not leave any extra toilet paper. We brought back what we bought. We took it off of the roll up there, and we brought it back home. We wasn't leaving any extra, you know. And like I said, I did not call the room service or the maintenance or anything because I had a bad experience with that last year when we had problems going on, you know, calling them, and it was like 24 hours later before they showed up and all this kind of stuff. But I think next year I'm going to, I don't know if we'll go back to the cabinets. If we do go back to a cabinet, it would be a totally different resort vendor. We would not use the same one that we've used in the last couple of years. You know, I think we're just going to go a whole different. There's several different resorts, you know, ventures up there in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and stuff. And the only reason I went back with this one because we had such problems last year, they guaranteed us that we would not have those issues anymore, you know. So I'm thinking if you're going to be renting out these cabinets for thousands of dollars for 3 days, 2.5 days, 4 days, whatever the case is, then you need to make sure your cabinets are up to standards. You need to make sure that they are in great condition because people are paying out this kind of money for these cabinets. So I think next year, I don't know if we may end up trying to get us a condo or something and go to the beach or something, or we might go back to the cabinets. But I do know for sure that it would not be the resort that I've used for the last 2 years. I would not go again. I don't care if they're trying to give me free rooms or what they're trying to do. I would not use their resort again. I just would not. I just try something different. You know, overall, we had a great time together as a family. We played games. We had a lot of food. We had plenty of food, you know. So it was a good way to go on vacation and still quarantine and stay with just your family and not be all out around people or anything like that. And that was one of the reasons why I was glad that we booked the cabinet, because we wasn't out with anyone until we had to go out to pick up these necessities. But other than that, we was all in the cabinet together. You know, we wasn't around a lot of people or anything like that. So that was great. That was really great being able to do that. So I had a great family vacation. I miss you guys. And I was excited to get back to talk to you guys today. And I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. We just celebrated the 4th of July weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So I really hope everybody had a great weekend with that. I had a great time with that. Had family in town. They just left out. They're headed back home. So I'm just glad we all had a chance to actually get together and spend some great time. Despite all the little issues that we had, we definitely made the best of it, and we definitely made some great memories, okay? All right, so thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I definitely didn't want to keep you very long because I'm still kind of recovering from my vacation. But you guys have a great, great week. I will be back with you guys tomorrow. Remember to go back and give me any reviews. Make sure you share my video with all your family and friends. And just be kind to everybody you come in contact with. Be kind. Continue to wear your mask. COVID-19, coronavirus, however you want to call it, is still out there. So make sure you're still wearing your mask and you're being safe when you're going out and practicing your social distance, okay? Be kind to everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow.